I want you to hear me clearly today, because what I am about to say is not just a suggestion, it is a message from God Himself. There are moments in life when time seems to accelerate, when opportunities appear before us not as coincidences, but as divine appointments. And if you are listening carefully, you will realize that God is speaking directly to you, yes, you. Not tomorrow, not when things get easier, not when you feel ready. Right now, with urgency. He is calling the chosen ones, and He is empowering you to rise above every doubt, every fear, every obstacle that has ever whispered to you that you are not enough. I want you to understand that you are here for a purpose, and that purpose is not a mere coincidence. There are voices around you, voices of doubt, voices of discouragement, voices that say you are too small, too late, too weak. But the voice of God is louder, and it pierces through every lie. His voice says, I have chosen you, I have prepared you, I have equipped you. Now rise and act. Do you hear it? I need you to listen with the ears of your spirit, because the world speaks in noise, but God speaks in clarity, and His timing is perfect. You have felt the stirring in your heart, haven't you? That persistent whisper, that unrelenting nudge, that inner voice that keeps you awake at night, saying that there is more for you. That is not coincidence. That is God speaking directly to the chosen ones, and He is speaking with urgency. He is saying, do not delay. The moment you step forward, the power of heaven is ready to meet you. The assignments I have placed before you are not for tomorrow, they are for now. Your faith is your weapon, your obedience is your key, and your courage is your shield. Right now, God is calling you to rise above mediocrity. He is calling you to break the chains of fear, to step out of comfort zones, to leave behind the excuses that have held you back for far too long. He is calling you to live in the fullness of His promises, to seize the destiny that has been written for you before the foundations of the world. And the urgency is real because the enemy will not wait. The world will not pause. Life will not grant you another moment if you choose to waste this one. I want you to imagine the power within you right now. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. That same Spirit who parted the Red Sea, who healed the sick, who brought freedom to the captives, resides within you at this very moment. God is speaking directly to you, and He is saying, there is no mountain too high, no valley too deep, no enemy too strong. You are more than a conqueror. You are my chosen one, and I am equipping you with everything you need to succeed in every assignment I have placed before you. Do not underestimate the power of being chosen. To be chosen means that God has seen something in you that the world has overlooked. To be chosen means that you are not ordinary. You are extraordinary. To be chosen means that even when others say no, God says yes. Even when doors close, God opens windows that no man can shut. Even when storms rage, God commands the winds and waves to obey your steps. I know that some of you have felt ignored, overlooked, undervalued. But hear me today. God is not late. God is not silent. God is not unaware. He is speaking to you right now with urgency because He knows that time is short and the mission is great. He knows that the world needs your light, your voice, your faith, your obedience. He knows that the gifts He has placed in you, the vision He has deposited in your heart, the calling He has given you, are not meant to be hidden. They are meant to be released into the world with power and authority. God is calling you to rise above fear, because fear is a liar. Fear is the enemy's tool to stop the chosen ones from walking into their destiny. Fear tells you that you are not enough, that you cannot do it, that failure is inevitable. But God says, I am your strength. I am your courage. I am your provision. I will never leave you nor forsake you. You are my chosen, and I am speaking directly to you, now to rise and take your place in my kingdom. Now is the time for boldness. Now is the time for faith. Now is the time for action. Do not wait for perfect conditions, because they will never come. Do not wait for validation from man, because approval is fleeting. Do not wait for the fear to disappear, because faith grows in the presence of fear. God is speaking to you directly, saying, "Step out, trust me, act now, do not hesitate, do not delay. Your obedience today is the gateway to your breakthrough tomorrow." Think about the urgency for a moment. God's clock is not our clock. His timing is eternal, yet precise. Every second matters. Every decision matters. Every step matters. The world will continue to rush by, indifferent to your calling, but God's voice will not be ignored. If you listen carefully, if you respond immediately, you will see miracles unfold that you cannot even imagine. Doors that were locked will swing wide open. Chains that bound you will fall off. Paths that were hidden will appear as if illuminated by divine light. You have been equipped for this exact moment. Every challenge you have faced, every pain, every setback, every heartbreak, every disappointment, it was preparation. God was shaping your character, strengthening your faith, deepening your resilience. He was preparing you to hear His voice clearly, to recognize His calling unmistakably, to act decisively. Do not despise the preparation. Do not resent the struggle, because it has made you ready for this divine moment. I want you to understand something profound. Being chosen is not a privilege. It is a responsibility. It is not an opportunity to be idle. It is a mandate to act. God is not calling you to sit back and watch life happen. He is calling you to participate in the greatest work you will ever do, the work of aligning your life with His purpose and making an eternal impact. And He is speaking directly to you, not in whispers, but with urgency, because the world cannot wait for your hesitation. I can hear some of you saying, "But I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I am ready. I don't know if I have what it takes." Listen carefully. God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. The anointing you need, the wisdom you need, the courage you need, the strength you need, it is all supplied the moment you obey. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need to have all the answers. You need to have the willingness to say yes, the willingness to trust, the willingness to act. God is speaking to you right now, urging you to rise above doubt. The same God who parted the Red Sea, who shut the mouths of lions, who commanded storms to be still, is whispering into your spirit that nothing is impossible for those who trust Him. He is speaking to the chosen ones, and He is speaking with urgency, because every delay costs lives, costs opportunities, costs destinies. The enemy wants you to hesitate, but God wants you to advance. The enemy wants you to remain in fear, but God wants you to soar. The enemy wants you to settle for less, but God wants you to reach the fullness of your calling. You have gifts that the world desperately needs. You have a message that only you can deliver. You have influence that can change lives. You have the potential to impact generations. And the time to act is now. God is speaking with urgency because He knows that procrastination is the enemy's ally. He knows that every second wasted is a moment where someone who needs your voice, your faith, your courage, could be left waiting. Rise up, step out, speak out, act out. God is with you. I want you to feel this in your spirit. The power of God is not passive. It is active. It is dynamic. It is relentless. It moves mountains. It breaks chains. It heals the sick. It restores the broken. And that same power that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. That same power that calmed the storm resides in you. That same power that turned water into wine, multiplied loaves and fishes, and brought Lazarus back from the grave is at work in you right now. God is speaking to the chosen ones, and He is saying, use it, release it, do not hold back, step forward in faith, walk in obedience, advance in courage. The time is now. I need you to hear this with clarity. God does not call the passive, He calls the active. He does not call the fearful, He calls the faithful. He does not call the hesitant, He calls the obedient. He does not call the doubters, He calls the chosen. And you are chosen, you are called, you are equipped, you are empowered, you are ready. The question is, will you respond? Will you answer the call? Will you rise up and embrace the destiny that God has prepared for you before the foundations of the world? The urgency is real. The call is now. The moment is yours. The world is waiting for your obedience, for your faith, for your courage, for your action. God is speaking to the chosen ones, and he is speaking to you, saying, do not delay, do not hesitate, do not ignore the stirring in your heart. Step into your purpose, step into your destiny, step into the fullness of my power and my presence. The time is now, and I am with you. Do not waste another second on fear. Do not squander another moment on doubt. Do not linger in hesitation. The voice of God is speaking, and it is speaking with urgency. The chosen ones must act. The anointed must rise. The faithful must advance. And you, yes, you, are part of that sacred army. You are part of that divine mission. You are part of that eternal plan. So, rise, chosen one. Step out boldly. Speak boldly. Act boldly. Move forward in faith. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding, and he will direct your path. The time is now. The call is urgent. The world is waiting. And God himself is speaking directly to you right now, saying, go, do, conquer, transform, lead, heal, love, shine. The power is mine, the authority is yours, and the moment is now. Rise up, for you are chosen, and your time has come. Let this message sink deep into your soul. Let it ignite a fire that cannot be extinguished. Let it propel you into action with courage, with faith, with relentless determination. God is speaking directly to the chosen ones. He is speaking to you, and he is speaking with urgency. Rise now. Act now. Fulfill your destiny now. God is speaking directly to the chosen ones, and the urgency of this message cannot be overstated. When God calls, he calls with precision and intention, not with hesitation or delay. Every moment of your life matters, every decision, every action, every thought, because God's voice pierces the ordinary and enters the realm of destiny. To be chosen is not a trivial designation. It is a declaration that you have been selected to impact lives, to carry his light into darkness, to serve as a vessel of his power. The urgency is real because the enemy seeks to stall your progress, to cloud your vision, and to convince you that waiting is safer than acting. But waiting is not God's plan. He does not call the hesitant or the passive. He calls the faithful, the obedient, the courageous, and he calls them to act immediately. When God speaks, it is not a suggestion, it is a command wrapped in love and purpose. The stirring in your heart, that quiet whisper that you cannot ignore, is him reaching into your life, inviting you into a divine appointment with destiny. It is a voice that demands your attention, a voice that requires your obedience, a voice that will change the trajectory of your life if you are willing to listen. The urgency is a reminder that life is fleeting, that opportunities cannot be postponed indefinitely, and that the chosen ones must respond with immediacy. The world is full of distractions, of opinions, of voices that attempt to drown out the divine, but God's voice is distinct, persistent, and uncompromising. He calls the chosen to rise above mediocrity, to embrace the assignments he has placed before them, and to walk boldly into the plans he has meticulously designed. When you respond now, you align yourself with his perfect timing, his supernatural power, and his unstoppable will. To ignore this call is to delay your destiny, and the stakes are higher than comfort or convenience. God is speaking to the chosen with urgency, because the work is too important, the lives too many, and the potential too great to wait. He is not asking, he is summoning, and the chosen are those who will act in faith and trust, knowing that his voice leads to victory, purpose, and eternal impact. The time is not tomorrow, the time is not later, the time is now. Every experience in your life has been preparation for this exact moment. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been random, and every struggle has a divine purpose. God uses trials not to punish, but to equip, to strengthen, and to refine the chosen ones, so that when the call comes, they are ready to fulfill it. The challenges you have faced, the rejections, the heartbreaks, the failures, the moments when it seemed as though nothing would ever go right, were all shaping you for the mission that lies ahead. Preparation often feels uncomfortable, even painful, because God is stretching you beyond what is easy or ordinary. He is molding your character, sharpening your discernment, deepening your faith, and cultivating resilience so that when opportunity knocks, hesitation is impossible. The lessons of the past are not to be overlooked. They are divine tools. Every setback has taught patience. Every disappointment has instilled humility. Every failure has encouraged persistence. This preparation is God's way of saying that you are ready for the extraordinary. The chosen ones are those who understand that the hardships of yesterday are the foundations of today's triumphs. They do not resent the process, nor do they despise the struggle. They embrace it, knowing that God's hands are guiding every twist and turn. Your life's story has been written with intentionality, and the experiences you have endured have equipped you with wisdom, perspective, and understanding that cannot be taught in any other way. To recognize preparation is to acknowledge that God is faithful, that His timing is perfect, and that every detail of your journey has significance. You are not a product of circumstance. You are a product of God's careful preparation. Every skill you have developed, every lesson learned, every scar earned, has been designed to position you for the exact moment when God speaks, urging you to rise, to act, and to fulfill your divine assignment. Preparation is not passive. It is active, intentional, and necessary. God has chosen you, and He has prepared you. And now the moment to step into your destiny has arrived. Fear is a tool of the enemy, a weapon designed to keep the chosen ones from stepping into the fullness of their purpose. Fear tells you that you are not enough, that failure is inevitable, that your dreams are too big, or that the world is too hostile. Fear whispers lies that undermine faith, distort perception, and paralyze action. But God's voice rises above all fear. He equips you with courage, fortifies your heart with confidence, and strengthens your spirit to act despite uncertainty. Faith is the antidote to fear, and the chosen ones are those who exercise faith even when fear looms. Every time you choose obedience over hesitation, action over doubt, courage over cowardice, you demonstrate that faith is greater than fear. Fear is temporary, but God's promises are eternal. The same God who commanded the seas to part, who calmed storms, who healed the sick, and who resurrected the dead resides within you. His Spirit is your source of boldness, your guarantee of provision, and your shield against doubt. To step forward in faith is not to deny the presence of fear, but to acknowledge that God's power is greater than any obstacle. The enemy may attempt to manipulate fear, but the chosen respond with unwavering trust, knowing that God's call is higher than any threat. You have been given a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. This is not a spirit of fear. This is a spirit designed for victory, designed for action, and designed for impact. When fear arises, recognize it for what it is, a challenge to your faith. Face it with courage, speak life over your circumstances, and move forward with confidence, trusting that God's authority empowers you to overcome every obstacle. The moment you embrace faith over fear, the world begins to shift around you. Doors open, opportunities appear, and chains fall off. Fear has no dominion over those who walk in obedience and courage, because God's power within surpasses every limitation imposed by doubt or anxiety. The chosen ones are fearless, not because they lack challenges, but because they know God walks before them, behind them, and within them. The power of God within you is greater than any external circumstance. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead, the same Spirit that calmed storms, the same Spirit that performed miracles, now resides in you. This is not a passive power. It is an active force, ready to work through you to accomplish what you could never do alone. Every gift, every talent, every ability you possess is enhanced by divine empowerment. When God speaks directly to the chosen ones, He is reminding them that no obstacle is insurmountable when His Spirit operates within them. You are equipped not merely by skill or effort, but by supernatural enablement. This power empowers you to heal the sick, comfort the broken, lead the lost, and transform the world around you. To underestimate the Spirit within is to underestimate God Himself. Every step you take in alignment with His call releases His power into your life and the lives of others. The chosen ones understand that human strength alone is insufficient, but divine power is limitless. The Spirit gives wisdom where confusion reigns, strength where weakness threatens, courage where fear lurks, and vision where darkness seems overwhelming. This empowerment is your assurance that God is not only calling you, but is actively equipping you to succeed beyond natural limitations. Recognize the authority and power that reside in you, and act accordingly. The time to rely on your own strength is past. The time to release God's power through your life is now. The chosen ones. Step boldly, not in arrogance, but in faith, knowing that God's Spirit guarantees victory, provision, and influence. Being chosen carries responsibility. It is not merely a privilege or a title to be admired. It is a calling to action, a mandate to influence, and a duty to fulfill God's purpose. The chosen are entrusted with gifts, opportunities, and assignments that impact not just themselves, but the world around them. To be chosen means to be accountable, to act with integrity, to obey without hesitation, and to serve without reservation. It requires sacrifice, diligence, and unwavering focus. The world may not recognize the significance of your calling, but God does. The chosen ones understand that their lives are not for comfort, convenience, or applause. They are for kingdom impact, for service, for transformation, for shining God's light in darkness. Responsibility requires discipline, courage, and unwavering commitment to the divine assignment. It demands that you rise above complacency, ignore distractions, and embrace the work that God has placed before you. To shirk responsibility is to delay destiny, while to embrace it is to release the fullness of course, your purpose. The chosen understand that the greater the calling, the greater the responsibility. Every decision, every action, every word matters. God's call is not passive, and the chosen respond with deliberate action, boldness, and faith. Action is the hallmark of the chosen. God's urgency demands response, obedience, and decisive movement. Opportunities wait for no one. The world will continue to operate at its own pace, indifferent to hesitation or delay. But God's voice is active and pressing, inviting you to step into His plans immediately. The chosen respond to urgency with action, trusting that the path He illuminates will lead to success, provision, and fulfillment of destiny. Obedience is not optional. It is essential. Boldness is not suggested. It is required. Every moment delayed is a moment of potential lost, and God's timing is precise. The call to action is a call to embrace faith, to move courageously, to act decisively, and to impact lives. The chosen act now, knowing that inaction allows the enemy to gain ground while obedience unleashes God's power. The moment to rise is now. The urgency of God's call, the preparation He has orchestrated, the faith that conquers fear, the power that resides within, the responsibility of being chosen, and the necessity of immediate action all converge to one truth. God is speaking directly to you. The world waits. Souls depend, and your destiny is at hand. The time to obey is now. The time to trust is now. The time to act is now. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Do not ignore the voice of God. Step boldly into the assignment He has prepared. Embrace your calling with faith, power, and courage, and let the world witness the fullness of God's plan manifest through your life. Rise, chosen one, and answer the urgent call of God today. And now, as we stand at the threshold of destiny, hear me clearly. God is speaking directly to you, the chosen ones, and He is speaking with urgency because the world needs you. The voice you have felt stirring in your heart is not coincidence. It is divine, it is intentional, and it is precise. Every preparation, every trial, every lesson, every moment of doubt or fear was designed to equip you for this very hour. You are not here by accident. You are here because God has called you, He has chosen you, and He has empowered you to act with courage, faith, and boldness. The urgency you feel is the call of destiny. The hesitation you battle is the enemy trying to distract you from your purpose. But you are not ordinary. You are extraordinary. You are more than a conqueror. You are the vessel through which God will accomplish the impossible. Do not let fear hold you back, for fear is the liar attempting to steal your faith, your confidence, and your calling. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives within you. The same power that calmed storms, healed the sick, and resurrected the dead is at work in you. Nothing is too difficult, no mountain too high, no challenge too great for the one whom God has called and empowered. Your faith is your weapon, your obedience is your key, your courage is your shield. Step forward boldly, knowing that the Almighty walks beside you, strengthens you, and equips you for every step of the journey. Understand this clearly. Being chosen is not simply a privilege, it is a responsibility. Your life is not for idle comfort or passive living. It is a divine mandate to act, to lead, to inspire, to transform, and to shine light where darkness prevails. Every gift, every talent, every opportunity, every assignment you have been entrusted with carries eternal weight. The world is waiting for the manifestation of God's purpose through your life. Every delay is a moment lost. Every hesitation a door left unopened, and every fear indulged is a victory given to the enemy. Time to rise is now. The call to act is now. The power to move is now. So rise, chosen one. Step into your destiny with unwavering faith. Act with courage, speak with boldness, and live with intentionality. Let every obstacle be overcome, every fear be conquered, and every doubt be silenced by the certainty that God is with you, for you, and through you. The moment has arrived for you to fulfill the mission He has placed before you. You are equipped, you are empowered, and you are chosen. Your obedience will unleash miracles. Your faith will move mountains, and your courage will inspire generations. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not question the call. God is speaking. He is calling. He is empowering. Rise now, act now, and let the world witness the unstoppable force of a life surrendered to God's purpose. The chosen ones are rising, and that includes you. Step boldly into the destiny you were born to fulfill. For the time is now, the moment is yours, and the power of God will go with you wherever you walk.